We're like, oh my God, we're in Amsterdam. We can make this more fun. So I'm like, run across the street. She goes across the street with my girlfriend. She buys, she would go get marijuana. And I'll be honest with you, like, right, with full disclosure to this whole arena right now, I don't, normally smoke marijuana.
Dude, are you whispering into a microphone?
Dumbass!
The technology works, you're talking to this, and it comes out the speakers. Then you get heard you in the Groupon seats.
Sorry, I didn't want them to hear. Okay. The Groupon people are very naive and innocent.
No, but we're like, oh my God, we can get this, smoke it, and then everything will be more fun properly. So she runs it and she brings it back. And this is how it went down specifically. She handed it to me, I lit it, I went, something's wrong. She goes, what's the matter? I go, I can't feel my legs. She's okay. I go, well, I can't feel my arms. And she goes, I don't know what's, and I go, I need those. Calm down, babe. Drop your side from the marijuana. I said, no, I smoked marijuana twice. Twice prior, and it didn't feel like this. This is different. And I look at my hand, there's a baggie of what she bought, and I look at it as a label, and it says, hash.
Yeah. The only hash she knows is hash browns.
Correct. And this was not that. So I was like, I don't know what this means, but we went into the symphony in this condition. I just turned around, I'm like, well, it's starting, so let's go in. This might be my new life now. I might be stuck in this. I get in, I knew I made a mistake. Velvet seats, the place was fancy as shit. Every man in there was in a tuxedo, they all looked like James Bond.
Sound looks like Paul Blart.
You have no idea how accurate he was. I didn't know I was stumbling upon this. I was in shorts, I had a bum bag on. People with a fanny pack at home. I did that first show. People were like, don't do that. Had the bum bag. I walked in. I was so self-conscious, as a matter of fact, by the way I looked. I yelled out when we walked in, a tuxedo's a state of mind. I call all this attention on myself, and we go right to the front. I'm sitting right in the front, right? I get to my seat, I sit down. The second my ass hits the velvet, I go, we need to leave now. She goes, what's the matter? I go, everybody in here's trying to kill me. She said, what? I go, everybody in here wants me dead, woman. She said, calm down. I go, no, I'm not gonna calm down. I'm frightened. Also, I'm telling you as a courtesy, in a few moments, I'm gonna scream at the top of my peak physical abilities, and I'm gonna run out the door we came in. I'm telling you as a courtesy. I kept saying that like I'm some crazy high. She goes, calm down. I go, I'm not gonna calm down. I'll tell you nothing. A woman in a wheelchair has situated herself in the aisle that we came down, and I do not have any agility right now. I don't have my faculties about me. So I'm gonna have to take the woman in the wheelchair out on the way out. She goes, what? I go, no. She goes, babe, it's a woman in a wheelchair. I said, I don't give a shit. It's either her or me, and it ain't gonna be me. She said, what? I go, I already made peace. She goes, honey, calm down. And right before I took this woman out like a motherfucker, the lights went down, and the symphony starts playing, and I was stuck in my seat. And I will say, immediately, the symphony was the most beautiful thing I ever heard. Might have been because I was hallucinating, not sure. But he started to sing, and it was so beautiful, I immediately started crying from the beauty. His voice sounded like a angelic, beautiful, like a cherub, like fuck the dove and had Mariah Carey. I don't know what.
Do you know what beautiful sounds like? Because that would not be beautiful. That would sound like... Dream lover. It's Mariah Carey part.
I'd listen to it. I'm crying at the beauty. And in my head, I start to ascend out of my seat for real. Never hallucinated in my life. I'm freaking out, looking down at their heads. My tears, I think them in the cranium. I'm singing songs, I'm making shit up. I'm like, Jesus is a top-notch guy.
It was choreography, too.
And after like a long time, it felt like I stopped crying, and I started to descend. And then I was coming down slowly, and I remember this, I was like coming down watching, and the second my ass hit the seat again, I went, she goes, what's the matter? I go, my throat's closing up, they poisoned me, they fucking poisoned me. She goes, who? I go, the assassins! She said, honey, calm down, you probably just have dry mouth from the marijuana, go in your bum bag, get yourself a lozenge. I carried her. I said, good idea. I looked down at my bum bag, which was at my feet, a couple feet down, and now in my head, this bum bag is about 670 to 700 feet down. 70 stories. I'm staring at it, confounded. how am I supposed to get down there? 70 stories, I'm only a man. This is unreasonable. 10 to 12 minutes pass. I'm like, I have a great idea. I'll reach. My idea was to reach. And then I threw my hand, my arm down there, like I know something about arms you people haven't figured out yet. I was like, watch my arm go down 700 feet. Took about 20 minutes. Grab the bum bag, gotta come back up another 20. Get the bum bag at eye level, I unzip it, I pull out the lozenge. The lozenge is individually wrapped. Another problem. I said, how am I supposed to penetrate this military-grade plastic and extract this lemony lozenge treat? And then after another few minutes, I go, I got a great idea. I'll unwrap. I go to unwrap, and it sounds in my head like, crack, 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 crack. I'm like, oh, everybody's mad. Not a question, a declaration. He said, what? I go, everybody's mad. He said, at what? I go, on account of my lozenge. Babe, I don't know what you're talking about. And in that moment, from the stage, Rufus Wainwright finished singing his first song. So we're actually about 3 minutes and 5 seconds into the concert. He addresses the crowd for the first time with his non-singing voice, and he goes, hello, Amsterdam! And I was like, what the fuck is going on? I'm freaked out from his voice, and I turned to this old man next to me, white-haired tux. I go, oh, is he gay? He is. He's an out gay famous man. Everyone knows that but me, including the old man. So the old man looked at me like I was crazy, threw me off. I was like, is he gay? What? Am I gay? I asked the old man if I was gay.
I mean, you know how gay works. You're there with your girlfriend, but you're not gay.
Well, hash is a hell of a thing, because in that moment, I didn't know who gay. I said, sir, who gay? Who gay?
I'm sorry, hash isn't that hell of a thing. You took, Cheech Chong smoked weed for 50 years. You take one hit, you're asking your own girlfriend if you like penis. It's suspect. Suspect, Captain Theft.
I understand, but I didn't know, right? And as I'm asking the guy, please tell me the sexual preference. From the stage in my head, Rufus Wainwright was like, lozenges! And I was like, oh shit, that's the code word, they're gonna swarm! And everyone's like, who am I? The fucking assassins! Come on, we gotta leave. And I grab my head, she goes, we just got here. I go, I don't give a shit, excuse me, excuse. I get to the end, I get to the island, I run down, and the lady's right in front of me in the wheelchair, and I can't pass her. I knew I couldn't. And so right before I stopped, I went, ah! And then I had a yelp. And then I threw my lozenge at her. Self-defense. Anyway, that night I threw up with the force of 1,000 suns.
Right. Okay, how much were tickets to the show?
$150 each.
Which means that white-haired old man next year paid $150 for tickets to this show. I'm a homosexual. And then, lozenges! Lozenges, because you know South Stream did not here we go. Excuse.
He punches the lady in the wheelchair.
Throwing up all over the floor, which I'm sorry.
I'll give him it. It's perfect. You're right. He earned that.
He's pretty accurate, actually.
Which I know between the stabbings and the other, you're the bad guy in that story.
You are. I never thought of it. We are 3 pieces of shit.
I'm like his guy now.
I felt terrible. So I ran out, right? And I felt a little better because of the cold air, but my throat was closing. I don't know if anyone has ever experienced this, but I was nervous, so I went in my bum bag at that moment to get the lozenge out, and there was no lozenge. No lozenges in my bag. There never was. I normally carry them, but right in this moment, I don't know what I was thinking. There was only an umbrella and some condoms. So I want you to follow me on this journey, Manchester. That means that odds are high that I threw a condom at the woman in the wheelchair. It's the only way. I'll give you one better. I was feverishly trying to open a condom for the whole concert. While asking everyone in the theater who was gay. I was literally like, sir, who gay? Condom is opening up, sir.
You're trying to pop a condom in your mouth, you asshole!
You know what? I'm going to take back what I said about you earlier in this evening, buddy. You do know how to do Amsterdam correct.
I'm sure my condoms were expired. I'm not that cool.
Oh, you? Yeah, they were in a bum bag, buddy. They're definitely expired. No sexual encounter started with, what's up, babe?
God created the bum bag as a form of birth control.
People ask us all the time, like, how did it all begin with us? And we know each other 30 years at this point, long time. And it really just was us making each other laugh. We used to play this game on the street of New York City.